Yo, what's going on, Tube? Another day, I'm back at it. I've been busy ever since this morning. I poured 15, but I could on the frame. I'm gonna get underneath it and sand it down and pour 15 at again. I've seen people do this, but they've taken everything off. So I'm gonna just do mine little by little. Eventually, it all will get done to 100%. I painted the back of the fender wells because I knew if I painted them before, if I painted them without taking them out, the back wouldn't be done. So I painted the back in. Now I'm gonna prime the whole area and paint it. That way it's all one solid color. As you can see, I fixed the firewall, that break in the firewall right there. Again, that's just the heater box, so it's plastic anyway, so I just fiberglassed over it. There was no need for me to get on a whole nother heater box, so I fiberglassed over top of it. And once I cover it in paint, you're not gonna be able to see it anyway. It turned out, it's really smooth. It turned out good, as you can see. Sanded down the firewall just to get the paint to stick, but it looked good so far. I sealed all the holes that people had screwed in it over time, so majority of the holes anyway, as you can see. You know what I mean? I filled a couple of them. I needed because my computer go there, windshield wiper fluid go there, but you can really see it on this side. I sealed all the holes. That was right there. Once I put the paint over it, you won't even see it. The battery box go here, so I'm not really concerned about all that. But I think she should look good once she painted up. I'll cut you back on when I finish it. It's supposed to rain tomorrow, so I'm trying to get it done so I can push her into the garage tonight. And that way I can work on some of the wiring at my leisure whenever I get time. But there you have it. I think the engine bay gonna look really good. I'm not gonna go crazy. Like I said, some people dismantle the whole thing, pour 15 the whole thing. I'm not gonna go crazy. I'm gonna just do little by little over time. You know what I mean? When I do the bushings and all that, I take one side off or do the brakes. I'm gonna just, you know what I mean, pour 15 and sand it down, pour 15, little by little. I wanted to take it off the frame. I've seen people take it off the frame, but I have nor the space. Well, I kind of had a space, but I don't have the equipment to do that. Even though I want to do it, I don't have the equipment to do it. So I'm not going to, you know what I mean, it's not worth getting hurt over. So there you have it. I'll cut you back on when I finish. All right, Tube, just the end result. As you can see, I got the firewall cleaned up nicely. It's still a little bit of indentation, but not that much, man. Again, this is not a show car. I actually want to drive this car, you know what I mean, and enjoy it. So I'm not going to put too many hours into smoothing out the firewall. You know, to each their own. But I want to get this joint back up and running. I was actually enjoying it, just driving it around. But there you have it. I'll put 2 coats of primer on and 3 coats of paint. As you can see, the fenders really don't shine like that because I think I used too rough of a sandpaper, too rough of a grit of sandpaper. Kind of that top layer kind of tore it off. But be honest with you, I don't really mind. I kind of like the texture of it. As you can see, it's still kind of a little bit wet, so it might be a little bit nicer once it you know, has a day or two to really cure. But as you can see, I got in there. Little by little. I ain't really get into the radiator core, the support or whatever, core support, because, you know, like I said, every time I do something, I'm gonna just do it. So eventually it's gonna be all way complete, you know. But I'm not gonna spend too much time tearing everything apart and prepping and putting it back together. I'm gonna just do a little bit at a time because, again, I like to drive it. I like to enjoy it. And next summer I might just take the whole core support off and grind it down and finish it. You know what I mean? But yeah, I think it's important as I look at YouTube and I start to get into it myself. I think it's important to really enjoy it, you know, before you know it. you can definitely be like 2-3 years in and you ain't even rode the joint yet, you know. And I ain't really trying to be like that. I'm trying to, I mean, it's nothing wrong with that, but I want to like really enjoy the car, you know. Ride around, cruise it, and just enjoy it. You know, I think that's the most important. Again, to each his own, man. You know, I don't knock it, man, because I've seen some nice cars 5 years later to be done and be a nice joint. Fly. You know, one day I will be there, you know, but as of right now, I'm going to just enjoy it, man. I'm going to really just enjoy the whole thing. And, you know, but yeah, there you have it. I think she looked pretty good, being that this my second time breaking her down. And also what I'm starting to notice is that a lot of times they needed the ground, they just screw right into the firewall. Let me get it to focus. A lot of times when they needed the ground, they just screw right into the firewall with a self-tapping screw. Left a lot of indentations in the firewall. But what I think I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to put a terminal ground somewhere. Maybe on top of the heater box or something like that. And then run a thick ground straight to the battery. And then have all my grounds run to the terminal ground. I'm not sure how smart that is. But, I mean, it kind of beats just drilling holes into the firewall, you know. I think it looks messy. And over time, I guess it starts to rust out. So I'm going to try not to do that this time. But as you see there, we have it. Later on, I'm definitely going to wheel with brake cylinder. Once the budget improve a little bit, you know what I mean? I'm definitely going to get that. I'm going to replace all the brake lines. Again, later on, you know. I'm going to enjoy it. There was nothing wrong with it anyway. You know what I mean? So later on, I'm going to do that. Take all the brake lines, I'll do all that. Also, I want a new power steering box. I'm going to get that later on too. Again, there's nothing wrong with this one. It does have a little play, but not enough that I can just drive around and enjoy it. So later on, I might do that next year and do this the following year. But, you know, but I think what I am going to do next year is get the floor plans done. I think I'm going to focus on the floor plans, and on the Blazer, I'm going to focus on the rockers and just pay to get those done. For the Monty this year, I'm going to just try to get the motor back in and put the trans up so I can at least finish enjoying it, at least by August. So there you have it. This line right here, I don't know what that was. I think that went to like emissions, but I'm gonna take all these extra lines. Like I said, I'm gonna just slowly start taking the stuff out. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna cut that right there, where I'm not even sure if there's a bolt underneath there, but I'm gonna cut that. I'm gonna cut it where I can cut it and leave it. That way, when I get to underneath the frame, I can just unbolt it and just keep going straight back. And you know what I mean? Little by little, man. Don't take more than you can handle. But there you have it. It's coming out nice. All right, tube. Until next time, I'll push it back in the garage before it starts to rain. So I'll talk to y'all later. There you have it.